Hey Dev Nation, I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we're going to be taking a look at a concept from Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club. Own your morning, elevate your life. You ever feel like you just don't have enough time throughout the day to really get all of your tasks done, or you just look back and you just haven't gotten all the tasks that you wanted done? So you go ahead and you come up with your brilliant idea of you're going to tell yourself you're going to wake up just a little bit earlier so you have that extra time in the morning to go ahead and get your tasks done. Then you go ahead and you try to wake up early, but you just feel super groggy, or you just tell yourself when you get out of bed, you're there and you're up and you just don't feel like getting the task done. And you feel super groggy and you're just like, oh, it's morning time. And now you're up early, you don't have as much sleep as you would like to, and you're just not really taking care of the task you want to get done. Well, we're going to go ahead and reflect on a concept from the book called the 20-20-20 formula. This is going to be a habit that's known as the morning routine of world builders. So when I first tried to do this habit, even before I read this book, I told myself as long as I can wake up early, I was okay. So when I wake up, if it was a day where I really just didn't feel like waking up, I just go on my phone and scroll through social media. And I thought, that would help me stay awake, and therefore I was accomplishing the goal of waking up early to take care of tasks. But one big thing, I wasn't taking care of tasks. I was just waking up early and using the time to scroll through social media. But I still felt super groggy, and I realized, okay, I need to change this habit so I'm not just waking up early and going on social media. I'm actually taking care of tasks. And so we're going to go ahead and discuss the 20-20 formula in more depth. Now, with this first hour of time, it's not necessarily, you don't want to use it how I did, where you just go on it to go on social media or just kind of lay around till you feel like waking up, right? Because honestly, I think that's the hardest part of just waking up early, like making the decision to get out of bed because you just feel super groggy. Now, to go ahead and quote Robin Sharma, please know that your creativity, productivity, prosperity, performance, and usefulness to the world, as well as the quality of your private life, won't transform by simply rising at 5 a.m. alone. Now, in first fitting this, it's like, but you're waking up at 5, you're accomplishing your goal. But remember, if you're not accomplishing the task that you want to get done, you're not making progress towards your goals. So it's important to go ahead and instill habits within this earlier hour that you decide to wake up, or 2 hours, to go ahead and make progress towards your goals. So from there, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the actual 20-20-20 formula and deconstruct it so you guys can get a better understanding of the habits within your first hour of the day. And we're pretty much going to go ahead and break down this little 20-20 formula sheet that he has for us in the book. And I have my notes here that I'm going to go ahead and grab, and we're going to go ahead and break it down. So the 20-20 formula is a formula used to go ahead and pretty much break up what's called your victory hour. Now, your victory hour is just pretty much that very first hour of your day. And the reason it's called your victory hour is because in that 1 hour, you want to have accomplished these 3 different things in order to have a victorious day. Because it really leans on this idea of morning momentum. If you can accomplish those 3 different tasks throughout the day, you'll have already had such a productive day that you'll continue wanting to do more and more tasks and make more progress throughout your day. With this victory hour, gives you one of life's most greatest opportunities, because within this extra hour that you decide to wake up early before the rest of the crowd, you have this hour to yourself to really make progress in your day. The 20-20 formula is split up into 3 20-minute pockets. That's why it's called the 20-20-20 formula, because it's 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and 20 minutes of your very first hour. So taking a look at pocket number 1, this is going to be move. So you want to go ahead and have some sort of motion when you first wake up. Remember, when you first wake up very early in the morning, when you're not used to it, you're going to feel groggy, you're going to not want to get out of bed. But if you force yourself to not only get out of bed, but go ahead and do some sort of movement, perhaps some jumping jacks, some push-ups, squats, just get sort of the blood pumping, it's going to help you actually wake up a lot better and not feel so groggy. Now, something I've tweaked with this is when you go ahead and start your day, maybe go ahead and grab a glass of water, maybe stretch a little bit. But definitely when first trying to implement this habit, I would say, just go ahead and do some jumping jacks and get the blood pumping, moving, and going, right? That way you feel a little more awake and more alert. Now, the science behind it is it actually goes ahead and lowers what's called your cortisol levels. Cortisol is your body's main stress hormone. So when we're feeling stressed from the days before, the week before, when we go ahead and work out, we actually lower our stress levels. And we actually have the most cortisol in our body when we wake up, because our bodies don't necessarily want us to wake up, right? We're transitioning from that sleep state to that rising, waking up state. And that's why we actually feel really groggy when we're waking up because we have all this cortisol in our brain. So when we actually go ahead and do some sort of movement and motion, we actually lower the cortisol levels, so we actually start to feel a little more alert. And as we do more motion, we actually go ahead and raise our dopamine levels as well, so we actually start feeling better and good for the day. And that's why you tend to be a little more positive once you've done your morning workout and your morning move for the day within that 1 20-minute pocket. And then taking a look at pocket 2, this second pocket is going to be time to actually go ahead and reflect. Now for me, I thought meditating sounded a little intimidating, so I did like that he used the word reflect or just reflection, and really use this time. I personally like the method of journaling. Just go ahead and take like a notebook and just go ahead and journal out any thoughts you might have had, perhaps a dream you had, just thoughts throughout the week, things like that, and just get it all out on paper. Just it's kind of like when you perhaps have ever been told to write out an email to someone you're like mad about, and but then just not send it. You can kind of do like something like that, but reflecting on your internal feelings, emotions, and just perspective throughout your previous day or week. Then from there, once you're done reflecting, and you can also use this time to go ahead and plan out your intentions for the day. It's something I personally like to do, so I'll do about 15. I mean, honestly, I'll leave the reflection time as long as it needs to, up to 20 minutes. But usually I found 10 minutes for me tends to work best. Not that I time it, I just go ahead and reflect, and I feel like I'm done, and I still tend to have a bit more time. So I actually go ahead and write out my intentions for the day during this time period as well. Why might you want to go ahead and reflect? Well, you're going to have a lot more gratitude. You're going to have increased awareness of your day. You're going to feel happier, have a little more wisdom, as well as serenity, because you've been able to sort of reflect on everything, both good and bad, and really analyze, okay, maybe with these intentions too, I want to go ahead and try and do more of this. And, I didn't like this, but I tried it and now I know, sort of thing. And just really reflecting is really great overall for all these different reasons: gratitude, awareness, happiness, wisdom, and serenity. Now the benefits, well, you're going to be a lot more positive because you're able to go ahead and analyze, things throughout the day. You are going to be more creative because you're forcing yourself to really slot that time of 20 minutes to go ahead and think, right? And just, you can meditate, you can pray, you can journal, you can, one thing I used to start doing was I would actually take the 20 minutes to go ahead and stretch and keep a journal next to me. And I would just write down while I was holding different stretch positions and think while I stretch. So maybe that's something you want to do as well. Again, I just found meditating a bit too intimidating for myself, like just sit there and, but I found things that sort of worked for me where I could still go ahead and think and just reflect on the day. And you're going to have better performance because you have these intentions that you set out throughout the day, and you're consciously thinking about your past days. You're going to have better performance throughout the day because you're going to be doing your day with intentions. So there's going to be reasoning behind the different actions that you do throughout the day. Pocket 3 is grow. Now this is going to be a 20-minute pocket where you want to go ahead. You can also, in the book, he does say use this time to review your goals. Like I said, I do that more in pocket 2 of my intentions. Sort of just kind of planning out the day, like hour by hour. Okay, I need 2 hours for this, 3 hours for that sort of thing. But he does recommend Robin Sharma to go ahead and do it in pocket 3, where you go ahead and review your goals. Then you can go ahead and read from a book. I love to read. This is usually when I'll go ahead and I'll actually extend it from 20 minutes, and I'll usually plan out an hour. So that's why I wake up a little earlier than 5. But then I'll also go ahead and you could do audiobooks. So if you like audiobooks, listen to podcasts perhaps. I personally like to do both reading as well as study online. Sometimes I'll take this time to go ahead and study and broaden my horizons on content creation or perhaps coding or different things like that. And then why might you want to go ahead and use this third pocket to grow? Well, your knowledge is going to deepen and your confidence is going to accelerate. Something I learned from Zan the Man's interview is with competence comes confidence. So because you're growing your awareness and your understanding in a field, your confidence is also going to grow as well. So to go ahead and review the concept of the 20-20 formula from Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club, you want to go ahead and do some sort of motion. Go ahead and really go ahead and break a sweat. Ideally, go for a run, go do some push-ups and start breaking a sweat. Then second pocket, you want to go ahead and reflect. Do some sort of meditation, perhaps journaling, things of that nature, where you're going ahead and actually thinking of your past days as well as planning out your current day. It's like that you're going after your day with intentions. Then your third pocket is going to go ahead and be growth or growing. And you want to go ahead and just dive into a topic that you want to go ahead and further learn and build your competence. And that way you can also build your confidence and understanding within that topic. Now, with this blueprint for the morning, when you want to go ahead and wake up a little earlier so you have more time for your day, you can actually use these different pockets of time so your morning now has intention and direction, so you know the different things you want to go ahead and do to have a really great and productive morning, and thus productive rest of the day as well. Instead of being like me when I first started, I think I did that for months where I would just try and talk to myself like, okay, wake up early. Since I woke up early, my reward is to go on social media. Or I used to just try to do this back in high school. I'd go on PlayStation 3 and just try and play video games as a reward for waking up earlier. But remember, you don't get any of your tasks done. You don't really make any progress towards your goals. But with this 20-20-20 formula, it breaks it down so you actually do make progress towards your goals and bettering yourself as well. I hope you guys enjoyed learning today's topic on the 2020 formula from Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club. If you haven't picked it up yet, I would definitely recommend this book just for any human being that wants to go ahead and further develop themselves, develop their wisdom, develop mind, and as I say, the 4 interior empires. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching.